Hello all, welcome to RawTrainings.com. In this session, we'll discuss about the technical stack difference between Oracle eBusiness Suite 12.13 as well as 12.2.star. Okay, so let's start with the 12.2 version. So the current release of 12.2.9, the current release of 12.2 is 12.2.9, which is 2019, which Oracle released. Okay, now, so coming to the tech stack of 12.2, so the major difference or the major, like functionalities which Oracle introduced in the 12.2 is providing an application server called WebLogic Server. So in earlier version, before 12.2, nothing but the major version or the perfect version before 12.2 was 12.13. So in the 12.13, the application server which was used was Apache server. So that was replaced with the WebLogic server from the 12.2. So WebLogic server is one of the enterprise grade server which Oracle uses for many of the applications, especially for the ADF application, SOA application, BPM applications. So a larger number of applications which runs on WebLogic server. Of course, the internal runtime environment for each particular component will be different. Okay, so they have a concept called admin server and manage server. So for the OF purpose in 12.2, so it has a runtime environment for the purpose of executing OF pages. Similarly, if you are using for ADF purpose or SOA purpose, it will have a different manage server for executing those set of components. So one major technical stack difference in the 12.2 is providing, WebLogic server, and other one is coming to the database. So one difference is the application level, and of course the client level. If you observe, all the UI pages has a different user interface which Oracle introduced in the 12.2 tech stack. So coming to the database, so Oracle has introduced a concept called edition-based redefinition concept in the database, and this all changes the coming to the edition-based redefinition. The database is for the purpose of online patching, so that user doesn't find any difference while doesn't find you don't need you will not have any what you call downtime while patching is in progress. So generally we know that like whenever any patch is getting applied, so users faces a downtime which will definitely hinder their business. So that's the reason Oracle has introduced a concept called edition based redefinition. So like when the patch is getting applied, user doesn't need to get disturbed. The servers are up and running, so users will be working on one particular what you call as it one particular edition. Patch will be applied on another edition. So there is a non-editable edition which maintains all these two editions. So we'll have more clarity in the coming slides. Okay, so the next topic is like first topic we talked about application. So in the application, the difference was WebLogic server. Coming to database, it's edition-based redefinition concept which Oracle introduced in the database. We'll get more details on the database level because application is just WebLogic server is there. That's the only difference. So now coming to the edition-based redefinition. So in edition-based redefinition, so the basic concept is Oracle has introduced three editions in this particular scenario. So one is runtime edition, other one is patch edition, and other one is a non-editable edition. Okay, so generally like if you observe from the database perspective, so assume that the transaction is happening on a particular table. Okay, so patch is getting applied. So what happens when the patch is getting applied and transaction is happening on the same table, so what Oracle has introduced is it will maintain two edition. One is runtime edition, other one is patch edition. So on the patch edition, the patch will get applied. On the runtime edition, the normal transaction will happen. So once the patch is done, what will happen is they will get swapped. So the metadata information of patch edition will be copied into runtime edition, or patch will become run and run will become patch. So that's the concept of this particular edition based redefinition concept. So you can find more information about the metadata tables of EBR. Okay, from these particular things, like if you observe the DBA edition table, it will tell you what is the edition name which you are using in your particular database. So in which particular database objects this edition based concept will be applicable. So it will be applicable to synonyms, views, and all these particular PL SQL objects. Okay, and so there are some sort of guidelines you have to follow. Technically you'll not find much difference. This is more of a technical friend from Oracle for the purpose of patching functionality. Yeah, so this is one of the very important thing which we have to understand. So in the edition based redefinition concept of this particular database, here if you observe, so in the eBusiness suite, as a developer, you always access any of the database component using app schema. If you observe for the PO headers purpose, so we know that PO headers all is for the purpose of purchase order header information. The owner of this particular PO headers all table is a PO. But here, if you observe in the owner PO, you will find another object called view with a hash. So the object is ending with hash is a meta is nothing but like an additional view. Okay, it's additional view. We call it in this particular environment. Okay, and other one, if you observe, like in the app schema, you'll find a same thing like without underscore all, and other one is with underscore all. And these are like whatever you see the database objects in the app schema, they are synonyms. So and here how they are connecting, so they are connecting to this particular additioning view, so they're not connecting to table directly. So what is happening is they'll connect to the additioning view, and whatever the virtual private database or MOAC access, based on that you'll get the data from the app schema. So technically, you'll not find any difference. Let us say once you log into app schema, when you just mention select star from PO header solve, so you don't even know like from where it is getting data. So our as a developer, we just need the data, right? We don't even know technically how this particular additional view is created or how the patching mechanism is happening. So here, if you observe carefully, so this additional view is created based on this particular database table, PO headers all table. So PO headers all, PO underscore headers underscore all hash is a view, and on this one these synonyms are get created, and based on the MOAC or virtual private database, what you call the tags, the data will get generated from the app schema. So by default, when you access pivot, that's all like nothing, none of the MOAC access will be done, because like a header pivot underscore headers all will simply retrieve all the data without getting applied with any of the where clauses. But when you just try to access pivot headers, what is the basic functionality it expects is that you have to apply any of the multi-org access control, nothing but you need to initialize your MOAC org ID. So based on that, the run at runtime it will apply the appropriate where condition for that particular org, and you'll get the data of only that specific org, or maybe multiple org based on the security profile as well as MOAC initialization what happens. So only thing is this particular additional view is a extra concept in the EBR thing. And coming to the file system, as I said you, like there are total three things, right? Like a non-additional file system, and like runtime as well as patch. So in the database, it is just only two, not three. Sorry. So you'll find only like runtime as well as patch one. Okay. So if you want to like from your particular Unix access, you can find out more information. Like once you run your environment, you'll find the location of the patch environment, runtime file system as well as non-additional file system. Also, you'll get all the information. And you'll like to get more information on like the location, you can make use of these particular shell scripts, which will be generally initialized by your DBS in your environment. Okay, so here if you observe one of the example of the navigate like a file system of ABR in 12.2. So here if you observe, this was my location of my application server. So in this general like any of the environment, you generally have two folders, like one is for the purpose of database, another one is application. So in some environments the database will be on different Unix server and application can be on a different server. In this example, the database and application are on the same system. So here the database navigation, here if you observe, the database will have a data folder. The data folder here if you observe, right, you have three things. So FS1, FS2, and FSNE. So file system one, we know that like it's a generally runtime, and the patch one and non-additional. So this is for application, I mean to say. So this is for application, and database is these are all your DPF, right? The database files. So DB database files. Okay. And coming to the here, if you observe, so now I'm navigating to the FS1. So in the FS1 here, if you observe, in the FS1 you have a Fusion middleware home, EBS apps home, and instance top, right? So in the middleware home, so here if you observe, you'll find the information about the WebLogic information, like the web tie, like WebLogic runtime environment files. And coming to the EBS apps folder, like in the Apple folder, you'll have all application top details, nothing but like the reports, the SQL scripts, Unix shell scripts of your application top. Nothing. It's an Apple top, I mean to say. And coming to the other one, common, is nothing but a Java top where you generally place your Java files. So deployment of Java, deployment of OAF in the 12.2 is a little bit different. Like of course, of course the compilation is same. Only thing is you just need to generate a ZAR, and you just need to like the stopping and starting of a WebLogic server is a little bit different. So generally DBA provides the shell scripts to stop and start those servers. Okay. Yeah, so to get some more information, you can also find out the technical details of your architecture from your from your EBS page. You just click on any of your e-business page and just click on about this page. In that, click on technology components. You'll find some information on the framework. So here, if you observe the framework example, it is 12.2.7, and it will tell you what is the database version, and edition name is also is telling. Okay, so this is the difference in the EBS 12.2. Okay, so coming to the 12.1 version. Okay, and as I said you, like now this is example, I have like my this is my folder structure of my Unix of my EBS environment, or IAS is for the application server, DB for the database server. Okay, this is Apple top stuff. Okay, and here if you observe, like these are set of folders generally available in any of your Apple, generally available in any of the product top. I mean to say, like any product, if you observe like a Pivo, General Ledger, or cache management, anything you generally take it, it'll have these set of folders. Okay, yeah, coming to the major difference what you observed in 12.2 dot star and 12.1.3 is this one. So here if you observe, like we have only three objects, we don't have the hash one. Okay, and here we have a table in the appropriate product schema, and we have a synonym in the app schema. One is with and without underscore all, another one is with underscore all. PO headers all is a synonym. So PO headers all, anyway, directly it is directly it's a synonym on the main table, and other one PO headers is also a synonym on the main table, but the MOIC and VPT will get applied at runtime. So this is another fine difference between 12.1.3 as well as 12.2. So explore on this particular like EBR concepts. So like generally like technically not find much difference, but it's more of a technical stack which Oracle has released for the purpose of maintaining online patchings. Okay, so like you can enable a multi-or concept in this one to get the data of appropriate information. Okay, yeah, so this one, if you consider this particular tech stack again, like the major difference is application server was there in 12.1, and it was replaced with a WebLogic server in Fusion Middleware 1. Okay, so these are all the difference between a 12.1.3 and 12.2 from technical point of view. Thank you.